Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Rahul Gokhale. I'm an Indian man with black hair, and I'm in a dark blue t-shirt today. I'm really excited to welcome you all to this session. We are all here to formally kick off our Accessibility Awareness Month for APAC and also announce the winners of the third edition of our AI for Accessibility Hackathon event. So let me share some background on the hackathon first. We kicked off in November last year and had 75 teams that signed up. And thank you to each and every one of you who signed up for this hackathon. We shortlisted the top 11 teams on March 4th this year. They presented to our panel of judges on April 19th, and we finally have our top 3 winners. So do stay tuned and you'll find out who they are in just a few minutes. Similar to previous years, we worked with nonprofits across our APAC countries, and you can see their logos on the slide below, to get problem statements that met real-world needs and address challenges faced by persons with disabilities. These challenges are across 3 broad buckets. So those are daily needs, employment, and comms. In terms of our judging criteria, we looked at 5 parameters. So we looked at specificity, user centricity, AI tech, innovation, and scalability. At both the shortlisting phase and while finalizing the top 3 winners as well. And I'm really happy to say that our winning teams have done a spectacular job across all of these criteria. So without any further ado, please join me in welcoming Andrea, Microsoft's president for APAC, as she shares why accessibility is a responsibility for each and every one of us, and also kicks off Microsoft's Accessibility Awareness Month of May. Andrea, over to you, please.
Thanks, Rahul. So hi, and thank you to everyone who has joined us today. My name is Andrea. I'm a Caucasian female, and today I'm wearing a blue blouse and gold earrings. And I'd like to start by posing a question. So what exactly is accessibility? Look, the reality is it can mean different things to different people. But fundamentally, though, accessibility is enabling people to achieve whatever it is they want to achieve. And it's about letting people fully participate and contribute. And ultimately, it's creating experiences that are better for everyone. And AI can add a layer to personalize each person's individual needs. At Microsoft, when we look into the future, we see tremendous possibility. And AI has the ability to change what's possible for people with disabilities. So if in the past you had to adapt to the world, well, in the future, the world will adapt to you and your individual needs and preferences. Look, this is the 3rd year I've had the pleasure of being invited to speak at the AI for Accessibility Award winners announcement. It's definitely one of my favorite events. And I have to say, every year I'm blown away by the talent, the passion, and the dedication the teams showcase in creating solutions for critical accessibility challenges. You may be aware that 70% of disability is actually invisible. So we don't always know what may be a challenge for those around us. So disabilities, whether temporary, situational, or permanent, well, they can affect us or someone we love at any time. And it's heartbreaking to consider that there are 1 billion people in the world today who have some form of a disability, but only 1 in 10 have access to technology that can help them participate in our economies and in our societies. And let's be honest, the last 2 years haven't been easy on any of us. The pandemic has amplified the need for people to have access to accessible tech at home, at school, at work, and at play. And since the pandemic began, 1 in 5 workers with disabilities have lost their employment, compared with 1 in 7 for able-bodied peers. And nearly 1 million jobs have been lost in the disabled community. And for families that require special education, well, 4 out of 10 did not receive any support at all. And more than a third reported that their children are doing little to no remote learning. So for many parents, remote education, it just wasn't possible as they didn't have the necessary skills and aids to help their children. And what we're going to see is that children with disabilities will be 3 years behind on schoolwork compared with their able-bodied peers. And look, that's where we felt we could step up and support the communities we live in. We take our responsibility to empower every person and every organisation on the planet to achieve more very seriously. And we understand the power of tech, and that's why we can continue to innovate, create, and design in a way that gives everyone the ability to achieve more. For example, one of the first things we did while sharing tips and tricks for remote work was to share how to support students with disabilities at home, to incorporate accessible gameplay or learn from the community. And then we ensured we had teams of people on standby to help. And within the first few weeks of quarantine, our disability answer desk received 200% increase versus prior call volumes. An immersive reader experienced an increase in use by 560%. And Teams captioning usage was up 30 times versus a few months prior. So we also ensured we offered training for everyone so that they can earn their accessibility and action badges and show their network they have knowledge and skills in creating an inclusive culture, implementing accessibility best practices, presenting inclusively, and of course, hosting inclusive events. We believe that AI can unlock solutions to some of the biggest challenges people with disabilities face. And that's why in 2018, we launched AI for Accessibility, a $25 million 5-year program aimed at leveraging the power of AI to create new assistive tech that will amplify the capabilities of people with disabilities. There are many ways to cultivate intelligent experiences for people with disabilities. And AI for Accessibility focuses on 3 areas: employment, daily life, and communication. And in 2020, we launched the Microsoft Asia Pacific Enabler Program. And this was a global first for the company, incubated by our team right here in Asia Pacific to build digital skills and to increase the employability of people with disabilities right across our region. So we're now running the program across 8 countries with 9 non-profit partners and helping hundreds of people with disabilities. And we're looking forward to sharing our momentum on the program in a few weeks. So I'd like to wrap by announcing that we're dedicating the month of May in 2022 to accessibility. Look, we're so grateful for the enthusiastic responses we've received from businesses across Asia Pacific to work with us to improve inclusivity within their organizations, whether it's through hiring people with disabilities or engaging with NGOs to empower people with disabilities with skills, career fairs, and hackathons. We can't do this on our own, and it really does take a village to bring a program like this to life. So please join me in thanking all the startups, the businesses, organizations, nonprofits and NGOs, partners, customers, and of course our colleagues for dedicating their time, experience and expertise to improving the lives of people with disabilities. And now it's my pleasure to hand over to Pratima to share a few words about the AI for Accessibility Hackathon before we announce the winners. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Andrea, and hello, everyone. I am Pratima, an Indian woman with curly black hair and gold hoop earrings, and I'm wearing a pink top today. And as you just heard from Rahul and Andrea, this is our 3rd year running the AI for Accessibility Hackathon. And we've had, Andrea, amazing entries from over 300 participants, 75 teams across 10 countries. And, you know, Andrea, everyone is a winner here. The participants are amazing. They have worked over several months to create these proof of concepts but most importantly, joined us to become innovators in accessibility. So excited, folks on the call and folks who are watching us. And Andrea, let us together announce the winners. So without further ado, Andrea, let us announce the winners. In third place,
please join me in congratulating Team EIA. And Team EIA's solution is AVA, an accessibility and vision assistant. And AVA is a smart financial assistant and mobile wallet for the visually impaired and elderly, with the power of AI and machine learning to make digital banking clear and accessible. Huge congratulations, Team EIA.
Wow, Team EIA with AVA, you are wonderful. Now on to the second prize and the runners up to the hackathon.
Okay, super exciting. Please join me in congratulating Team Swift Responders. So Team Swift Responders' objective was to design an AI-enabled solution that supports the independent living of adult persons with muscular dystrophy who use motorized wheelchairs for mobility. And it's a smart system that renders immediate assistance to a wheelchair user who falls off balance from their functional position to better support their independent living. Huge congratulations, Team Swift Responders.
And the winner of APAC AI for Accessibility Hackathon 2022 is...
Oh, Pratima, I'm so excited about this. Our overall winners, congratulations, Team Asclepius. So their solution translates ASL, American Sign Language, to English. And to make this application, they used an AI deep learning model to capture the movement sequence of the body's posture. They trained the model to predict the words, numbers, and illnesses within the given categories. And this AI will help the communication flow for people with hearing disabilities and encourage them to live an independent life. Congratulations to all of our winners today.
Thank you so much, Andrea. Fantastic, beautiful solutions that we have seen. And just to let everyone know, the winners have won exciting cash prizes of USD 1,000, 1,500 and 2,500 each, in addition to support to apply for benefits under Microsoft for Startups Founders Hub. We will help and support the winners to build out their final product and take it to market. Also, in addition to the 3 prize winners, 2 more teams will receive technical advisory and mentoring support from Microsoft to take their solution to market. They are the teams Arabic Braille Converter and team Meet Me Here. Massive thanks to our amazing panel of judges. They were part of the journey with us, and they spent many hours going through all the teams, the solutions, and actually looking at how these solutions can be impactful in the market shortly. So thank you, Rika. Thank you, Naginder. Thank you so much, Karen. And thank you, Chester, a team of technical experts from Microsoft. Thank you for being part of this journey. And I'm so excited now to show you a little bit about what our winners have come up with in a series of videos.
What is your team name? What is the problem your team is solving, and what is your team's solution?
We are called Team AIA. Actually, the name is derived from the Greek goddess of sight, which is Theia, and also by extension, the goddess who endowed gold, silver, and gems with its intrinsic value. So coincidentally, it fits to what our solution, which is an AI assistant's main purpose is provide assistance in navigating the financial world through our mobile app. The main problem we wanted to solve is the financial exclusion of the blind or elderly and their difficulty of accessing a formal financial sector.
What impact will your solution have, and what are your future plans and next steps for this solution?
what impact will our solution have? Hopefully with the help of Ava, the AI assistant, we can build a financially inclusive banking experience among the blind and elders. That's why our vision is the future of finance is open, inclusive, and accessible, enriching their lives by having an easy and secure solution for their financial needs. Currently, there's a discrimination towards PWDs when accessing the formal financial sector, such as bill payments, loans, or credit. We hope to establish a financial future where they are empowered to their own financial decisions and achieve a sense of financial autonomy. We don't give them enough credit on the level of their independency they can have. And instead of building and providing technological solutions to support them, we end up discriminating them. And what are the future or the next steps for our project? Since the financial world is ridden with complexity and strict compliance and regulations, we want our alternative solution to use as easy as possible for the blind. Since we're just a small team and the early stage is far from what we envision it could be, so hopefully we can further develop it where it caters to every use case and fully functional to their most important needs. With the next step is conducting extensive research and determine the most valuable feature for the target users and develop the app accordingly and roll out testing to a partner organization.
What is your team name? What is the problem your team is solving and what is your team's solution?
Hey, hi everyone. So our team name is SWIFT, which is like a short form for support wheelchair user independence fall tracker system. And the problem that we are solving is like we are trying to reduce the dependency of wheelchair users. What we are trying to do is like if a wheelchair user like falls off their functional position, like they fall off balance from their headrest, or like if their hand slips from the armrest, then they are not able to put it back without any assistance. The solution, I'll come to the solution now. So what we've done is, with the help of an IoT system, which involves two sensors particularly, a motion sensor and a pressure sensor, to detect whether the user's head slips off the headrest or the dominant arm slips off the armrest. And then what we do is we have written a Python code, a script. So the data from the sensor goes into the microcontroller, and then it goes back to the cloud so that we are able to use it for optimization for the wheelchair manufacturers, the doctors, the users, and other third parties. But the main part is that as soon as we are retrieving the data from the sensors in a microprocessor, we are immediately able to trigger an alert to the nearby volunteers using a messaging app. In our POC, we have used Telegram. So they instantly receive a notification, and that's how we are able to connect the volunteers to the user in the nearby location.
Why did you participate in this hackathon?
As a person with muscular dystrophy, I spend very little time alone for fear of not being able to call for help if I fall off balance from my functional position. So this hackathon was a great opportunity for me to explore a smart solution with my friends to allow me and other persons with muscular dystrophy to live more independently.
What is your team name? What is the problem your team is solving and what is your team's solution?
We are Accessibility from Thailand. We are high school students that interest in Microsoft Hackathon competition.
Our project is aimed to encourage the disabled for independent living, specifically for deaf people. We decided to use an online website to interface with the AI, which can theoretically be accessible by users on any platform. The AI can translate ASL or American Sign Language to readable text, which average people can understand by the means of a webcam already available on most devices.
What impact will your solution have, and what are your future plans and next steps for this solution?
In the past, most of the devs took a role of being rescued, but now with the QPS website, can render the dev will be able to help other people as well. They also can communicate in real-life situations and giving personal information in hospital, such as the illness or what they want for their medicine needed, or at post office where they have to give their name and number, or at the bank where they have to process some cash.
Hence, the sign language have many variations. In the future, we would like to improve this project by adding more sign language to this project. For example, British Sign Language and French Sign Language. These two languages are also in highly demand that many people use it. We also want to add a two-way communication by adding a speech-to-text to improve the flow of the conversation as well. We also want to take some advice from the judges, like integrating this AI as a plugin to the meetings application, such as Microsoft Teams and Zoom, or even in the browser like Edge or Google Chrome. For the disabled to be able to communicate and be able to participate in real-life events as well.
And now, let me thank everybody. Thank you to the participants, mainly of the hack. I have a huge, big thank you also to the non-profit organizations. The reason why I'm thanking is because you are the ones who gave us problem statements and made it real. A big thank you to our judges, and a massive thank you to my wonderful colleagues and friends, all of you, the organizing V team, the extended team in all our countries, breathtaking amount of work that has happened behind the scenes. And a huge big thank you to all of you. And also a massive thank you to Andrea Della Matea, our sponsor and our inspiration and support, unstinting encouragement that has been fundamental in all that we do. So thank you, everybody. I'd like to take this opportunity to invite everyone listening to join us on Accessibility Awareness Month. This month is a special month. It is a Global Accessibility Awareness Month where all of you can participate in every country across the region in different programs. We are running several programs. Do come and join us in this. And many of our sessions are really designed to share, inform, increase awareness, increase engagement, and lead to meaningful action. Please join me and everyone here today on the journey to be an innovator in accessibility.